Welcome back to the group chat.
Nathan Marshall with the Crusaders. Scott Robinson. Scott Robinson.
Close, rep straight off.
Conor McGregor, Israel Adesanya, John Jones, GSP, Anderson Silva. Bro.
Welcome back to the group chat. Thursday's show, so it is our odds-on edition once again, and we said it on Tuesday, but we are back in action this weekend with plenty going on. We had the 1 week break, Phil. A little bit of downtime, rest, recuperate ourselves, and we are hitting the ground running again.
We say downtime, it doesn't even feel like downtime.
No, it doesn't, does it?
Quarterfinals, UFC Rio, it was still a good weekend.
Still a stacked weekend. Bathurst,
the Bogan Bathurst was top-notch. Come on.
Like, it was a niche weekend. It was sort of a niche weekend.
Yeah. Off the back of a grand final.
Yeah. But boy, oh boy, is there something for everyone this week. The NPC semi-finals, of course, Otago taking on the Steamers at home as underdogs, and then Canterbury hosting Hawke's Bay to decide the final next week. EPL is back in action after another international break. We're up to week 8 of the EPL now. The A-League, sticking with football, returns to New Zealand screens. Auckland FC back in action. They take on the Victory away from home for their first game. And the Knicks, they're going to have to sort their shit out if they want Kiwis back on their bandwagon. They go away, play Perth,
travel
for their first game.
Poor buggers.
The Black Caps, they welcome England for a white ball series, 3 T20s, 3 one-dayers. B-Mac is the head coach of that English side. He's now head coach of all 3 formats, so it will be his first series in New Zealand as head coach in the white ball stuff. There is the Pacific Championship with stacked sides across the board. I wonder if they're going to sell out at Eden Park, Kiwis versus Samoa. Be a good crowd nonetheless. There'll be a good energy there on Sunday.
They've got the teams for it. They've got the big names for it.
Absolutely.
They got the big bodies for it. That is a game and a half.
Yeah, a game and a half for sure. And then, of course, it's spring racing time. And we don't talk a lot about racing here, but we can't not talk about this. There is 5 Group 1s happening over the weekend. Ellerslie, Caulfield, Randwick, the big ones. You've got the Livamol at Ellerslie, which we're going to be at. There's the chance for an OP Bossum 100th Group 1 win.
Yeah.
And then you've got the Caulfield Cup and another Group 1 at Caulfield, and then the richest race on turf, the Everest, with New Zealand-bred Ying Rising, who's been widely regarded as the fastest or the best sprinter in the world. A short favourite in the Everest. So it is absolutely all go this weekend, Phil. What are you most looking forward to?
All of it. Rack them up, stack them up. The Pacifica Championship kicking off, the EPL being back, A-League kicking off, and then some big G1 races with some potential for records to be made as well, history to be made. So, yeah, it's massive.
I'll tell you what, this has got to be one of the more excited weekends for racing I've been. Because I've got, all of my mates are sport nuffies, right? And slowly through working here, you talk a little bit about the horses and stuff. And I've never really followed horses through their preps and through a season and taking note of them. It's always just rock up on race day, kind of pick a name you like, have a look at some of the jockeys and away you go. This time, there's maybe 3 or 4 of my mates and we're all kind of talking about the Everest, Caulfield Cup. There's a couple horses we all like and we all kind of know the story of it a little bit more than we usually do. So everyone's a bit more invested this year and I think it's going to be a bit of fun.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to the racing specifically this weekend. But should we dive into the NPC semi-finals then?
If not, why not?
Do our head-to-heads, but it's only 2 games. So start with Otago versus Bay of Plenty. Said it before, Otago underdogs against Bay of Plenty at home. How do you see this one playing out?
Boy, oh boy. I think a lot of people are surprised. Otago underdogs at home. You as well, I think, specifically.
Yep.
A lot of Otago fans will be chuffed with that heading into the game. They had plenty Steamers, $1.72, probably shorter than what I would have expected. I'm really looking at that $1.85 a piece, really, sort of margin. But it's going to be a close one. I think you look at the games from the quarterfinal. Otago got off to a decent lead over Waikato and they let them back into the game in the second half. Steamers got off to a slow start, probably didn't convert the points they wanting to go for 7, ending up with nothing, then eventually getting some 3 points over. I think it was 7-6 to Tasman at halftime. They came back in the second half, and that's really where they put the foot down. They were just so much better. So you take an Otago starting early versus a Bay of Plenty cementing the game in the second half. It's a good matchup.
Absolutely. And they've not played each other this year either. Because there's only 10 rounds. Not all teams play each other.
I feel like every team should.
They should. But just the season, I don't know how long they can create the season. Because it's got to fit in between like end of club rugby, Northern Tour stuff. Like there's a small window for it
rugby
to fit
championships.
into. But yeah. I think Otago win. They've won, 5-6 games in a row. They're scoring points. Yeah, you said they get off to flyers.
Yeah.
I think if they can get off to a flyer like they did against Waikato, surely in a semi-final after you've been like, you see that game on the weekend and you're like, right, we got to sort out what went wrong in that second half and we're going to make amends in this semi-final on the big stage in front of a home crowd at Forsyth Bar.
And they look good.
They did.
They look good, specifically on attack. There's some key standouts here and some key omissions too from these All Blacks 15 and the All Blacks Northern Tour. Some big Otago names not getting their shot. Are they more fired up this weekend coming into a semi-final knowing you've been omitted from a squad considering the seasons you've had?
I reckon they are. I reckon that's a great point you've made, and I reckon they come in with a little bit of a chip on their shoulder. When was the last time Otago won the NPC? I'm going to figure that out because Bay of Plenty have always been there or thereabouts, right?
Yeah. Made it to the final last year, have the opportunity to go one better and win it.
Otago have been the overall champions twice, winning in 1991 and 1998. So not only do the players have a chip on their shoulder, the ones that weren't selected for the ABs or the All Blacks 15, they've also got to do their province proud by bringing home a first title in how many years is that? 22, 25 years since 1998? 27 years?
27. Wow. Some serious history to be made, and I think that's what some of the, even former Otago players were saying, like, if you're not turning up to this game, then what are you turning up for?
Yeah. Because
this is potentially where Otago front up, they show themselves, and history can be made at they'll want to sell out that stadium, I imagine, Old Forsyth. And it's a big clash with Bay of Plenty. Yeah, obviously they made the final last year. But are Otago, scoring 40 points against Bay of Plenty? I don't think so.
No one really has been. I'm just going through their scores again. They, 5 points to Waikato, 19 to the Turbos, 24 to Hawke's Bay, 17 to Taranaki. The Mako are only able to score 7 points against them both games they've played this year. Like, they're not conceding more than 25 points a game.
Yeah, and it's a strong Tasman side. They got an elusive offence, and you're keeping them to 7 points. They didn't score anything in the second half. If you can restrict Otago from starting well, you can see why they're favourites. Put the foot down in the second half. Don't let Otago into the game. Put them in a position they're not used to. Otago, if you're having Waikato put footy on you, I consider Bay of Plenty the better side between Waikato and Bay of Plenty. It's an area of concern if Bay of Plenty don't let you get started in the game.
Yeah. I think that was my similar thought process to last week with counties going up against Canterbury. You let Tasman score 40 on you. How are you going to stop Canterbury from scoring 60 on you? And they did. So I reckon Otago come away from this week, sort out their defensive game plans and their defensive patterns. They come out strong, race out to a 10, 13 point lead in the first half. Bay of Plenty bring it back. Otago win 1-12. That's how I see this game going.
Should be close.
All right. Hawke's Bay versus Canterbury. Now, I think everybody in New Zealand that follows the NPC outside of Canterbury will be hoping Hawke's Bay can get up here. Do you agree?
Yeah, I mean, as much as I like Otago in their play style and, you want history to be made, Battle of the Bay in the final would be something special. Even more special if you knock over the favourites in the comp all season, the Cantabs. Hawke's Bay, they've got some serious work to do playing down south. Canterbury at home. They surprised us with Taranaki. I know Taranaki were the underdogs. They put in a great performance against the Taranaki side who's been pretty solid all year. I don't know. I don't want to justify Cantabs because I want Hawke's Bay to win.
Yeah.
But we know how good Canterbury are. Probably had what I would consider the easiest quarterfinal.
Yep. As they rightly deserved.
Yep.
Which they didn't make easy, by the way.
No.
What was it, down at halftime?
Yeah.
Come out, have to grind out a win. Like, they didn't make it easy at all, despite having the easiest.
No. So, and, we talked about that 1 to 12 for Cantabs. You were expecting 50 points.
Yeah.
If they had put 50 points on them, you go, all right, fair enough.
Yeah.
Now there's just more question marks for Canterbury, and it has been these last couple of weeks. So I'm more than happy to jump on the Hawke's Bay. You could even do an underdog double in this scenario because it's worth it for a semi-final.
You're going to love my 50-22. But no, I fully agree. I reckon we're going to see a low-scoring game here. It's going to be tight. Like the Hawke's Bay game last week against the Naki, 38 points, 26-12. And then you look at that Canterbury game, that was low-scoring as well, 23-15, 38 points.
Yeah.
The total for this game is set at 53.5. I think both these teams, Hawke's Bay can nullify what Canterbury do. Canterbury are going to be bruising. It could be, for me, like either team by less than 7.5 sort of vibe. Would love Hawke's Bay, the Magpies, to come out on top.
Yeah, and then to look back at when the Bays played each other last, back in September, a 21-24 game. If you're getting that in the final, that's a spectacle.
Yeah, that's what you want to see. Absolutely.
They got it. They got their work cut out for them. But yeah, I like Hawke's Bay, and I like them at 290. They're still.
So you take them head to head 290? They are. I just checked. All right, nice. I like it. I like it a lot. So that's Saturday night for you, and then the final, the big dance next weekend. So are you hoping for a Battle of the Bays, or are you thinking?
Yeah.
Okay. So you got Bay Plenty against Otago, Hawke's Bay against Canterbury.
I think the Otago game, that's under 7.5 play, no doubt.
Ooh.
Either team. But I think the ideal scenario is good, and I feel bad because Otago have been playing well, and it's exciting rugby. I just think allowing Waikato to come back that much in a 40-point game apiece or 80-point total
just puts you off a bit.
It's just too much. It's too. You've let them score too many points there, and I don't think Bad Plenty is going to let you score 40 points in there.
Yeah,
which is why Battle of the Bay seems very, very possible.
So we've both mentioned the under 7.5 either team for both sides, or for both games. The either team by under 7.5 in the Otago Bad Plenty game, $2.20.
Yep.
The same punt, Canterbury Hawke's Bay is $2.60. So you could double them together if you're thinking two tight games, not sure who comes out. You get $5.72 there. It's actually not bad at all. I was going to go with my 50-22 because it follows along a similar line, but we might as well get through these EPL matchups before we get into the punting, and then we'll get into Well,
your 50-22 is...
It's an underdog double.
It's Hawke's Bay and Otago.
Which gets you $6.
Yeah.
Both underdogs to win.
I can see Hawke's Bay winning by more than 7.5.
Yeah? That pays $5 if you want it.
1 to 12.
No, if you want Hawke's Bay over 7.5, $5. What are they?
Oh, is that the line, is it?
The line is at 7.5.
Oh, funny.
So Hawke's Bay plus 7.5. But if you go on that try bet winning margin, Hawke's Bay by over 7.5, paying $5.
Also 1 to 12, 3 something.
$4.20, 1 to 12, $7.50.
$4.20
for
Hawke's Bay.
Hawke's Bay 13 plus $7.50. Canterbury 13 plus is the favourite here, $2.45. Canterbury 1 to 12, $2.80. Wowee. Okay, EPL matchups. What are you looking forward to this weekend?
Yeah, only one game for me, mate.
Of course. And that is Arsenal Fulham at Craven Cottage, correct?
Oh, did you say least favourite game? What am I least looking forward to? Sorry. Liverpool United for me. Amongst all those fixtures, I think Crystal Palace and Bournemouth is another banger on the way.
I had that noted down too. I reckon that'll be a rip snorter again. Palace, after being undefeated, lose, and now they're going back on their redemption arc. They got to start their bio again on Instagram and all their socials, because what was like 12 games unbeaten, and they just keep going through until was it Everton that beat them, or was I think it was Everton, because I remember seeing on X the Everton being like, "Don't worry, guys, bio's been updated," and just taking a shot at Crystal Palace.
Yeah, that was a tough game. Tough game to lose there. 90+3 Jack Grealish deflection. Can't even call that a tap-in. The other one is Brighton Newcastle, like 11v12. I think that'll be a banger too. But yeah, look at that Man United Liverpool game. Now that we finally have Lemons in goal. A clean sheet after a year, I think. Over a year, we finally got a clean sheet.
Yeah.
In the Prem, so... And it's not as dire as I was expecting. This matchup, this head-to-head. You think Liverpool, oh no. The last 3 games, we've drawn 2.
How many out of those 3, how many have been at Anfield?
We've had 1 away and 1 at home for the draws.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay. Nice.
We got pumped 3-0 at home, I think. It was the outlier.
Right.
Both of those were 2-2.
Ooh. Very
nice. Factored that in. You think, oh, Lemons and goal, we've just had a clean sheet. What if we can keep a clean sheet against Liverpool? The 2-2 correct score paying 12. Both teams to score no, Man United or draw, as a little combo, is 6.35.
All right, I see where you're going.
I'm backing my boy Lemons. And Liverpool, well, their form has been dire.
Pretty below average.
Is it 3 or 4 losses in a row now?
Let's go back, so I'd love to see. So they lost to Chelsea,
Galatasaray, Crystal Palace.
3
EFL
losses,
Cup,
is it?
3 losses in a row.
3 in a row. Make it
so it's
4.
a good time to play Liverpool.
Absolutely.
And as I say, those head-to-heads in the last sort of 3 games at least wasn't as bad as I was expecting. So I don't mind us here, especially now that we've got a goalkeeper. If you take out the FA Cup win we had as well, 4-3, and then the game before that we drew. So it's actually drawn 3 of the last 5. We're not going to go a game further in the Prem because that's when we got pumped 7-0. So don't worry about that. Let's take the last 3 games.
This is all still against Liverpool, correct?
This is all Liverpool. Yeah, I'm excited.
7-0.
I'm actually excited.
Are you going to get up and watch? What is it, 4:30 or Sunday morning?
4:30 on a Monday.
Was it Monday? Oh. Right, so I won't see you on Monday.
Oh dear, I'm quite sick after... I often get sick after travelling to Auckland. Those planes and all the sick people going up to Auckland, coughing and splattering.
Yeah.
Coming back. Those Aucklanders, they've
Everyone
got
close
germs.
vicinity. Oh, yes. Don't like Aucklanders.
Like those, no.
No. Not at all. I'd love if everything you said rings true, because
do you a favour, I'll tell you that.
It would do Arsenal a favour, a huge favour at the top of the ladder, because
especially after Arsenal, you lose to Fulham, you'll feel like you will
need a favour. Yeah. The Craven Cottage against Fulham, Emile Smith Rowe revenge game. I think he respects Arsenal as the club, and Arsenal will give him the respect back.
It's been pretty good for them, I think.
Yeah, so I think if he scores, he does the no, I'm not celebrating. You know, he's got that sort of vibe towards Arsenal. I wouldn't be surprised to see him score though. But yeah, I think Arsenal should walk into Craven Cottage
and they concede. They concede a lot.
Fulham,
yeah.
3
to Bournemouth, 3 to Aston Villa are all teams.
I would love for Gyökeres to come out of the international break and get his confidence up with a goal. I think last time when I was talking about Arsenal and Gyökeres scoring was I said hopefully we get a penalty and Gyökeres takes it. Didn't factor in it was Saka's 200th game and he was going for his 100th goal contribution for the club. So of course he's going to take the penalty. Now that's out of the way, Arsenal penalty, Gyökeres has to take it. Confidence booster, he needs to take it. Get him in there. So I'm sticking with the same thing. It's going to be like an Arsenal over 2.5 goals. Gyökeres is going to score one of them. That's how I see that going. But I'm also looking forward to, the Liverpool United game, see what the result is there. Nottingham-Chelsea. Because I want to see how big Angie goes at home against like a real hit-or-miss Chelsea side. Because if you win, it's a good win for Nottingham. because Chelsea are a good side. They've just knocked off Liverpool.
Yeah.
But Chelsea are also a bad side.
Yeah.
Like, they lose games they shouldn't be losing. So if Ange and the Trees and Chris Wood and what they've got going on in Nottingham can go and win against Chelsea, that's a big tick in their book. They've still got a lot more to do.
Yeah.
But that win bodes well for their form. If they lose, big Ange, see you later. And Chelsea continue on their form run at the moment. Because that's sneaky, Chelsea. And then Palace Bournemouth was the other game that I had noted down that I was looking forward to. So excited to have the Premier League back. That's for sure.
You know who you need back in your squad? Who's scoring goals? Marino.
Yeah. He's nice, eh?
Oh, when you put him up at striker, I tell you what.
Bro, he's nice. We've got... The thing is with Arsenal
He's got a brace
this year...
recently for Spain too, I think.
Yeah,
and
he
then
did.
scored again yesterday. This guy's good.
I think the brace came in his last international break. Because I remember having... in the multiverse, I had Arsenal's attacks firing. Have them to score over 2.5 goals. And we had a little comment section war with someone about how's Arsenal's
You had a
attack
whole
firing?
thread
Who's
going,
firing?
didn't you?
There was probably about 20 comments in there. Turned out Arsenal's attack fired. They scored over 2.5 goals. But
Never mind the 75 million for Gyökeres. Get Marino up front.
Oh, he's nice. He's nice with it.
He is.
Plenty of attacking options. And with Arsenal this year, there's plenty of depth, which is a luxury I didn't think we'd have for a wee while. But it's nice. It's good. Premier League, yep. A-League is back. Auckland FC, we talked about
The
them
bogey.
going and taking on Melbourne Victory.
Scary.
They need to come out hot. Are they going to come out as hot as they did last year?
I mean, the first leg was pretty good, 1-0 over Melbourne Victory. I think we won during the season against Melbourne Victory as well. It's just that second leg at home. It's it makes Melbourne Victory look scarier than what they should have looked, I think.
Yeah.
Coming into the season, that second leg, 2-0 with a 2-1 aggregate across the semi-finals.
Yeah.
They're playing over there?
Yeah, at Melbourne. This one will sting for Auckland. That's for sure. Go back. You got to take on the team that knocked you out in your first
It's
year.
vengeance.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's vengeance.
I'd love to say they come out and whip them and just fucking put them under the hammer and be like a revenge game, but I don't know. It's the first game of the season. Maybe if it was 3 games in, you see how both teams are playing, you'd be more inclined to back Auckland.
I see Auckland backing themselves here. I certainly see them scoring first.
Well, we've got the Betcha Boost on there. Auckland to score first, paying $3 Super Boost. So funny you mentioned that.
Thank you very much.
There you go.
Thank you very much.
Yeah,
but you can't write off Melbourne Victory, and especially with the backhanders. There are a bit of nerves with those results. I see Auckland FC giving it a serious go and be like, nah, sick of these guys.
Yeah.
Go score first, but then maybe Melbourne Victory, they can score and they can score late. So.
And then the Phoenix take on Perth Glory.
They've got a good record against Perth, actually.
Yeah.
The head-to-head. It's like 6-1.
Over in Perth as well. I think it's pretty decent.
Yeah.
From memory.
Yeah. Drew the last game in the Australia Cup. And the A-League, Perth got the last win, but then you've got Wellington, you've got a draw, you've got Wellington, draw, Wellington, draw, Wellington. Like, it's looking pretty good for the Knicks. And starting their campaign strong. Wanting a much better season than last year.
Yeah, they needed
got some new talent up front too.
It's about time. They had to invest in their goal-scoring talents because that's where they struggled last year. And when he
no
struggled,
Zawada, no Party.
Yeah, that was the thing. That was the big thing for the Knicks. No, big dudes up top.
Serious threat. There was no big dude.
So let's see if they can sort that out.
Another scary thing for them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Perth players. Anytime goal scorer above before you get to which is their new striker, Eze.
What?
Eze. Not from Arsenal or from Crystal Palace, the OG. I'm pretty sure that's the guy that's playing up front. Was he from Nigeria or something?
What's he paying a score?
330.
And then there's 7 Perth Glory players ahead of him. Oh.
And he's big. We talked about these big players. 1.8 meters. Kiamo.
That's tough. That is absolutely tough. What else did we say this weekend? What's the UFC looking like?
No, we don't have to worry about the UFC this weekend.
Give it a
it's Brendan Allen. Brendan Allen's pretty good. Doretta's pretty good. Might be a bit of a battle on the floor, though Brendan Allen recently he's been standing up. He's been wanting the punching battles. You've got Kevin Holland. Kevin Holland, he's a hit and miss. Whether he wants to actually fight or not, he's been pretty good recently, though. I think he got a knockout in his last... No, it wasn't in his last one. The one prior in June. I think he had a submission win. Then he had that fight with D-Rod. D-Rod, the underdog. Like, he was paying $5 or something to win by decision. Mm-hmm. I was on there. I remember that fight. 3 rounds of pure bliss. Marlon Vera, he's a veteran.
Oh, yeah.
Coming up against a 13-2. So there's some good matchups there. I just think you're missing, when you look at that Rio event the week prior with Charles Oliveira and Gamrot going head-to-head and some serious knockout power, only 3 fights going to decision across the whole main card and prelim. You take a step back for this fight night, but it's still pretty good.
All right. So that's your Sunday. And then the Pacific Championship. Do you want to, you'll have a 40-22 on it. Do you want to talk about, 40-20. I've done my 50-20. We might as well get into our punt. So I've done my 50-22, the underdog double in the NPC semi-finals, Otago and Hawke's Bay. Let's dive into this Pacific Championship for your 40-20.
You think Pacific Championship, you think back to 2023, you think, oh, the Kiwis 50 now. Oh boy, is it not going to be 50-0 this time around. The teams are stacked. We're in for such a good game on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Fullback, Nickel Cockstad up against Tuivasa Shek. Jermaine Asako, Murray Tuolagi, Tomoko, Isaac Targo, Casey McLean, Mariner. Mariner playing centres for Toa Samoa. Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Just
lethal.
The odds up.
Brian To'o on the wing, Ronaldo Monotalo on the other.
Yeah.
Dylan Brown and Kieran Foran for the Kiwis up against Blaze and Jerome Luai in the halves for Samoa.
Right.
And let's list these forwards. James Fisher-Harris, Moses Leota, Brighton Nikora, Isaiah Papali'i, Joseph Tapine. That's the starting. You got Marshall King at hooker. Samoa, Josh Papali'i. He's had an insane season for the Raiders.
Yeah.
Payne Haas, insane season. Jeremiah Nanai, very good for the Cowboys. Jaden Sua, very good for the Dragons. Junior Pola, absolute veteran. Fantastic for the Eels. One of the fittest he's been this season. And the interchange, you got Harris Tavita for Samoa. You got Sasagi. You got Tyrell May. Right. Interchange for Kiwis. Nafahu White, insane season for the Roosters. Aaron Clark, insane season for the Warriors. What award did he get? Players Player of the Year or something for the Warriors? Yeah. And then, you haven't even got there yet. Big Nelson.
Big Nels.
To come off the bench. And the reserve, Xavier Willison and Kinney just sitting there, just chilling.
Right.
Sorensen just chilling. This is it's genuinely stacked. I can't believe this feels like an all-stars match. Almost.
I was just about to say, it honestly just sounds like you've listed 2 all-star teams.
Yeah, crazy, man. I am very, very excited. This is going to be a lot closer. And you've seen that line come in like -3.5 to -2.5. Yeah. Samoa's creeping in slowly but surely. People are starting to realize, okay,
let's get on Samoa.
They've got a decent team.
Yeah, they do.
Then you got Payne Haas saying no thank you to the Kangaroos. This is a big matchup compared to 2 years ago.
So what have you got for it then?
My 40-20.
Yeah, because if you're excited about it, I'm expecting something big.
Just 2 try scorers.
Who are they?
Humble bumble. Nikora.
Oh, yes.
And RTS. So 1 for the Kiwis, 1 for Samoa. 2 boys that have had 2 great seasons. It's around $9.
Oh, dogs.
So I'm not even going... You could go the Brian To'o and the Ronaldo sort of combo on the wings. You could go Casey McLean, who's had a great season. I want some big plays from these boys. They're going to have big games, and I think they're going to score tries. And for a big payout of $9.
So do you think... we're getting a tighter game, not 50-0 like we saw last year. Yep. Do you think we're still seeing lots of points?
I think so. So you've got enough big names there to have some serious plays.
So you want to look at maybe, this is what I'll be doing, try score combo markets. You're looking at 2+ tries combined for a duo, 3+ tries combined for a duo. There's a super boost on it. Chance, Nickel Cockstad, or RTS to score at $2.50. So either of them to score a try, $2.50. That's good. There's a betcha boost I actually quite like. It was Samoa to win and To'o to score at $3.50. If we're thinking it's a tight game,
it's possible. And To'o is clinical. But you've even got Mariner in there for Samoa. He scores.
Yeah.
2 of us should check out the bag. Isaac Tagos had a really good season for the Panthers. Murray Tuolaga, he's capable. But you look at those forwards. Payne Haas can score. Nanai can score. Nanai up in the air is very good on the edge. Jaden Sewer, he's been scoring for the Dragons,
My only question is, and it's more so around the Broncos players. How are they faring after their grand final blowouts and, celebrating everything they did? How's Mariner and Payne Haas pulling up to the Samoa squad? Are they going to be rearing to go?
They're professionals. They're pulling up and they're ready to go. A little bit worried about, obviously Payne Haas, and he didn't really have many minutes in that grand final. So, But if he's listed to start, so he's fit and ready to go. But yeah, I just think those 2 try scorers, Nikora hits the line like no one else. When he hits that line, he hits it good and he often scores.
Yeah.
And Tuivasa-Sheck, he's just capable of anything freakish.
From anywhere in the park.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Linking up with Luai off the back or Talagi off the back or off the back of Mariner even. There's so many options, man.
All right. That is going to be a sick game. What time is it Sunday?
Either team could win that. Hey?
What time is it on Sunday?
6:05.
You know how we're in Auckland on Sunday? Why aren't we going to this game?
We're leaving in the morning, Doc.
I know. Why aren't we just going to this game?
Yeah.
Come on. Anyway,
It's at Go Media, isn't it?
I thought it was Eden Park.
I think it's Go Media.
Go Media would be
It
sick.
should be at Go Media.
Yeah. 100%.
I think it is at Go Media.
Kiwis versus Samoa.
Tickets.com.
Oh, it is Go Media. Good stuff.
Yeah. As it should be.
Yeah, that's mint. So why aren't we going to Go Media Stadium for this Kiwis game?
Well, because you booked the flight for 8 a.m. or something stupid.
Lucky I booked it flexi.
Whoa.
All right, let's get into our locks and our laughs. And then I've got a little question for you around the races, how you spend $100 this weekend, okay? So lock first, laugh, $100 straight for the weekend of racing.
The lock is the first semi-final, and it's either team 7.5.
Oh, all right.
220.
So you knew those odds when I was reading them out.
I
You
did.
had it as a lock. Dog. I've got Crystal Palace to win as my lock.
Okay.
$2.25.
Who are they playing again? Bournemouth.
I think they are very much so. We're protective about that record that they lost.
Yeah.
They're going to want to get back on the horse and keep it going. So, Crystal Palace to win. Then my laugh. I'm going with this T20 White Ball Series, Black Caps England. And I've pitched the 2
Almost
top
forgot
run
about that
scorers.
game.
Right, no. So they play Saturday, Monday, and then Wednesday, and then they get into a 50-over series. So they play one-day internationals. But I've picked the 2 top run scorers for either side. Rachin Ravindra, he's coming back into the squad after an injury ruled him out of that Australian series.
Yeah.
And then I was looking at this English side, and boy, there is some power in that batting lineup. They're all going to play with the immense amount of freedom that BMAC allows them to. That's the nature of T20. So I went back and had a look at their T20s. Okay, what's Joss Butler doing? What's Phil Salt doing? Jordan Cox, who's going to bat 4 or 5 for England, was their top run scorer in their last T20 back in June. He carried that form right throughout the 100, the English domestic competition. Top run scorer in that competition, scoring 300-plus runs off 100 and something balls.
Slogging it.
I've got him. He's paying $8 by himself to be England's top run scorer. Lose a couple quick wickets early on to the New Zealand swing bowlers, which we know they can do. Soft, sticky wickets, does a bit. Get Jordan Cox in there early. He is real contention for your top run scorer. So my laugh is just to pick the 2 top run scorers, Rachin Ravindra, Jordan Cox, $42.46.
That's why he's a bit of a David Miller coming in 4-5-6 and just slogging the ball.
Yep.
Very nice. My lock. Talk about big scores. I'll talk about big players. Nelson off the bench. To score a try on a fatigued Samoan side after a hectic 60 minutes maybe. Here comes Big Nelson. $6.35.
Oh, yeah?
To score. Did you see the training images?
I've not gone through them, no.
Oh, boy.
Does he look fired up?
He's head and shoulders over everyone.
Really?
He looks massive.
He reminds me of like for no reason.
He reminds me of like those giants from Game of Thrones. You don't want to tackle those. You don't. You want no business. He's scoring $6.50. If he comes off the bench and just
bang through the middle.
Oh,
yeah, right. Big
Big
Nows.
Nows.
Like it.
Back in
I
New
like
Zealand.
it. Yeah.
Back in the Kiwi colours.
Back repping the nation. Got the fern. Do they wear a fern? They got the Kiwi.
got the Kiwi.
They got the Kiwi.
The kit looks good.
It does. The kit's very nice, eh?
Yeah.
I like it. I
People
do like
saying
this.
you don't see the classic white stripe. No, it's okay. It's okay. Still black. It's still there. It's just sort of faded into the rest of the design.
Times change.
Yeah.
I think the kit's nice.
Yeah.
All right. $100 to spend on the racing this weekend. How are you divvying it up?
Are you paying me in cash or?
Yeah.
Do you $100 cash?
Yeah, I'll give it to you after.
Okay, sweet. So many bets on. They're all going to have to be $1 bets. My goodness gracious. So Livamol, we'll start there. Ellerslie. Craig Grills pays the bills. So it would seem. Did well in the G1 last season. He's joint favourite at the moment. Taking him just to place the 155. Just hold on to that for a second. We'll go Quintessa. We talked about OP Boston. He can win his 100th Group 1, which would be massive.
Yep.
So on Quintessa, he's won a Group 1 with Quintessa before. 650 to win.
Mm-hmm.
I'm backing him. I want it to happen.
Yeah.
I want to see it. Imagine it live, in person.
Yeah.
100th G1. I was there.
Yeah.
Probably the peak.
Peak of New Zealand racing there. If OP, you're there witnessing OP get his 100th Group 1
Yeah.
win.
For us sport fanatics to see that for a racing event would be crazy.
Yeah.
So, $50 on that.
Okay.
That's
$50
half.
on Quintessa to win.
On Quintessa. Paying $325.
Oh, so we've dropped Craig Grills and
Yeah,
White.
I said hold it. I said hold it.
Yeah,
There's
sorry,
no dropping.
I dropped it. I fumbled it.
No. You got to hold him for a moment.
Hold
He's
him.
sitting there. Craig Grills paying the bills is sitting there. Caulfield Cup. The CC. The alliteration.
Here we go. It's spring racing when Phil brings out the alliteration.
Maidan. Jockey Andre Atzini. Or was it Andrea? I think it's Andrea Atzini. I've typed him wrong. 280 to place. We'll do $15 on that. So you might think, that's not the alliteration on the horse. No, it's on the jockey. Andrea Atzini, the AA, to place.
On the Caulfield Cup, the CC.
The CC. And the CC is what? It's 2C, so we have to have 2 bets on the race. Dressage Nocturne, for whatever reason, has popped out at me. Could just be the 750 to place. But I kept looking at it. I'm like, if I'm still looking at it, I'm going to have to dabble on it. So we'll chuck 5 on that as well to pay 75. So we've still got some money to play with here. What, $30? Let's head to the Everest. Ying Rising, obviously massive favourite. So instead of backing the favourite, I'm going to look at a bit of healthy family competition with another horse out of New Zealand, War Machine, to place. Got a healthy barrier, has won all 4 starts. $245 for a place sounds pretty bloody good for a War Machine.
Mm-hmm.
And here comes Craig Grills to pay the bills. It's a multi, $30 multi, paying $113.92.
So you got Whitehack to place.
War Machine.
War Machine to place or to win?
War Machine to place at $245.
I like it. So it's your $100. Divvied
Bang.
up.
Bang. 3 big races.
Nice.
I can't say 3 big beats because it's technically... Oh, it is. No, it's 4.
Well, you got the $50.
Yeah, and then I got the double, the alliteration double.
Yeah,
the double
which
bet.
had 15 on it, right?
15, yeah.
Yeah.
No, well, 15 and then 5, so 20.
Yeah. Fair income.
3,
Right.
20, 50. That's 100. That's maths. Bang. Thanks for coming.
Nice. I'm glad you covered off the Livamol because I am not using $100 to spend on the Livamol for me. I've gone 25 each way on Royal Supremacy in the Caulfield Cup. Won the last start, which was a Group 1, the Metropolitan at Randwick, over the same distance. Gets a touch more weight on him this time on Royal Supremacy.
Royal
but
Supremacy does just sound...
It sounds like...
It sounds a league above, doesn't it?
Carries aura.
Oh.
Carries aura. And that each way price, I've gone so 25 each way, $9.50 to win, $3.20 to place. So just straight there. And then I've got a $50 2-leg multi at Randwick. You mentioned War Machine. I've got War Machine top 3 too. Stormed home 2 weeks back.
Yeah.
Be right in the mix. And then in the King Charles Stakes, race 9 at Randwick, I just like Pride of Jenny. I just enjoy Pride of Jenny as a horse. Won at this distance, first up a little under a month ago. Beating a good field there. I've got Pride of Jenny to win. So the 2-leg multi, War Machine to place, Pride of Jenny to win, $10.78 to $50 on that.
Whoa.
Bang.
big.
Bing, bong, bosh.
And then what you'll see is a $101 shot winning all of those races.
No doubt. Absolutely no
and that's
doubt.
why you love racing.
Absolutely, that's racing. What do they say? That's racing.
Well, it's racing. Mate.
All right, that's all from me this weekend. Anything else from you?
Nope.
All right, well, I didn't say it at the start, but get on the couch, find a comfy spot, sit on there Friday to Sunday, enjoy the weekend of sport. If you're having a punt, have some fun with it. Do it responsibly. All our bets will be on our bet social, so you can copy it there. Good luck for the weekend and enjoy it.